The moon has been our constant companion for over 4 billion years, shaping tides, stabilizing Earth's tilt, and lighting the night sky. But what if, instead of peacefully orbiting above, the moon was on a collision course with Earth? What would actually happen if the moon crashed into our planet?
First, the moon wouldn't just suddenly drop out of the sky. If it ever fell toward Earth, it would be due to some catastrophic event like orbital decay, a massive gravitational disruption, or a collision with another object. As the moon spiraled closer, the effects on Earth would begin long before impact.
Tides would grow extreme. Right now, the moon's gravity gently pulls on our oceans, creating tides. But as the moon approached, tidal forces would rise dramatically, producing megatsunamis thousands of meters high. Coastal cities and entire countries would be destroyed long before the moon even touched Earth. The moon also stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, which keeps our seasons predictable. As it approached, Earth's rotation would destabilize. Weather systems would spiral out of control, with superstorms raging across continents. Earthquakes and volcanic activity would intensify as gravitational stresses ripped at the crust. The night sky would be terrifying. The moon would grow larger each day until it filled the horizon. By the time it was close, it would appear enormous, glowing with reflected sunlight and radiating heat from tidal friction tearing it apart.
Before the moon could physically crash into Earth, it would likely cross the Roche limit, the distance at which tidal forces from Earth's gravity would rip it apart. Instead of one giant impact, the moon might shatter into billions of fragments, forming a ring around Earth.
But this wouldn't save us. The debris would rain down as fiery meteor storms, scorching the atmosphere and igniting global wildfires. Entire regions would be pounded by impacts, releasing energy comparable to millions of nuclear bombs. If somehow the moon stayed intact and did collide with Earth, the energy released would be beyond imagination. The moon is about 1/6 the size of Earth, and the impact would unleash enough force to melt much of Earth's crust. The collision would vaporize oceans, incinerate the atmosphere, and hurl molten rock into space. Some of this material might form a new ring or even a second smaller moon, but the Earth as we know it would be unrecognizable. Temperatures would spike globally, turning the planet into a fiery wasteland. Any surviving life would be obliterated almost instantly.
After the impact, Earth might resemble its state billions of years ago, a molten sphere slowly cooling in space. Over millions of years, a new crust could form, and maybe, just maybe, life could return. But it wouldn't be the Earth we know. Civilizations, ecosystems, and everything familiar would be erased in an instant. Interestingly, scientists believe the moon itself may have been born from a similar cataclysm. Billions of years ago, a Mars-sized body called Theia likely collided with Earth, ejecting material that eventually formed our moon. So, in a way, history could repeat itself, but in reverse.
Could humanity survive such an event? Realistically, no. Even if we knew the moon was on a collision course, no underground shelter could withstand the tidal forces, meteor storms, and global firestorms. The only chance would be escaping Earth entirely, colonizing Mars, building space stations, or moving to other planets. The moon's destruction would force humanity to become a spacefaring civilization or face extinction.
Of course, the moon isn't going to crash into Earth anytime soon. In reality, it's slowly moving away, about 3.8 centimeters per year. But imagining such a collision shows just how dependent we are on the delicate balance of celestial mechanics.
The moon doesn't just decorate our night sky, it stabilizes our world and makes life possible.
Its destruction would mean the destruction of us. So, what if the moon crashed into Earth? The results would be catastrophic on every level. Massive tides, earthquakes, global firestorms, and finally, planetary annihilation. Earth would be reduced to a molten husk, and humanity would vanish, unless we had already spread into space.
The moon's gentle pull reminds us of the fragile balance that sustains life on Earth. It's not just a distant rock, it's part of the reason we exist at all. And as long as it keeps orbiting, life on Earth can continue to thrive.